Alright everyone, welcome to tonight's coverage of the Crowsnest Indycar series, coming at you live here at Talladega Super Speedway season finale for these guys here tonight. And they got around 13, they got about 13 minutes of practice remaining before we get them going green here this evening. And as they work their way through the trial, through turns 3 and 4, they'll get it right up there behind the leader here. They're doing a little bit of testing. These cars, from what I've heard, is going to be kind of hard to handle here tonight. Seems like maybe if you steer these cars a little quick, they want to jump out from under you real quick, like makes it really easy to lose that car if you're not very careful. We'll take a look here at a little bit of practice as they work their way through down the back straightaway here, testing everything out. Have them coming right at you here. Big group of cars headed your way. Of course, this is the Crowsnest Indycar series. And I'll be right back with you here on Extreme SM TV here in a moment. Alrighty, everyone, welcome to tonight's coverage of the Crowsnest Indycar series here on Extreme Sim TV. Of course, this is their final race of the season in the IR18. We're going to get ready to take you through your point standings and talk with your current points leader here in a moment. Let's take a look at these points coming into the night. Mr. Ledford sitting there with a 33-point advantage over Dwight and Gary back there third and fourth. So barring any major incident, it looks like Mr. Ledford has got a good shot at closing this thing together here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. Let's go see if we can grab Mr. James right quick. I'm not seeing Mr. Ledford in TeamSpeak anywhere quite yet, so we'll have to wait on him. Oh, wow. Looks like these guys are having a little bit of trouble with these cars. During practice here, you put any wheel in it, the thing wants to snap loose on you in a hurry. Still out there testing these cars right now. Seeing what they can do. 9 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. And we're going to get you down here in a moment for your national anthem here on Extreme SM TV. Alrighty, here we go. Getting ready here. 6 minutes remaining in practice. Again, James Ledford coming in tonight with a good opportunity to walk away with the championship. As long as he has no issues. That is what he's trying to gun for here tonight. Everybody kind of testing a little bit of looseness. You see them if they touch that yellow line at all here tonight, they're going to have some major problems. These cars do not like that inside line, especially around that yellow line at all. All right, so big issue there. As you see in practice, these guys already having issues. Luckily, they do have quite a few backup cars to go to if need be. Alrighty, folks. 5 minutes away from the season finale of the Crowsnest Indycar Series here on Extreme Sim TV. You know, you know what? Mr. Ledford's got to be nervous coming into the night, knowing all he's got to do is have a clean night. He's got a 33-point lead. Nothing to really worry about there. He's pretty far up on Dwight. But man, if you make a mistake, it can be a problem, and that's got to be nerve-wracking for him. With about 5 minutes remaining in practice here tonight. Again, 5 minutes. Still some more issues out there on track. These guys having all sorts of problems getting these cars to settle down for them. Hopefully they get figured out before the night begins here. Alrighty, smoke pouring out here at Talladega. We're going to see if we can grab a word with your current points leader, Mr. Ledford, here in a minute. I'm still not seeing him here. It's not be on the radio. So that's kind of unfortunate. See if we can get a hold of Dwight here right quick. Hey, Dwight, it's Matt up in the booth. Yeah, copy. Lee, Dwight might be focused on driving here. See if we can get him back down here in a moment.
Hold on just a second.
There he is.
Yeah, what can I do?
Alrighty, buddy. You come in tonight second in points. What's it going to take to make up 33 points and get up there in front of Mr. Ledford?
He's pretty much James Ledford. Since he's in the race, he's pretty much clinched it. It's the battle for second place.
Alrighty, man. Well, the best of luck to you out there, Dwight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty. Dwight trying to do everything he can. I don't think Mr. Ledford's got it completely clinched, but he would definitely need Dwight would need things to go his way to get it done here tonight. Alrighty, folks. 2 minutes remaining in practice, and we'll get you ready for qualifying here in a moment. back as qualifying is underway here at Talladega Super Speedway. Take a look as these qualifying times start to come in. Take a look here. Mr. Charles on top of the board right now with a 41.758. Robert right now, right there too, is now James Brooks to the top of the board with a 41.740. All right, 2 minutes remaining. James Brooks, 41.740 for that machine. Good run for James here so far. Take a look, still on track. Looks like that's going to be Bud Steele out there giving it everything he's got in that number 53 machine. Jumps up to third on the board, 41.770 to 41.770. All right, we're still looking for our points leader to come out and turn a lap. Mr. Ledford in the 48 machine has not turned a lap as of yet. Take a look here. It looks like Brian may be out on track as he works his way through the tri-oval. That is Mr. Brian. Rolling that car to a nice slow stop. Nice job there. Nice qualifying lap. With 1 minute remaining, James Brooks still out there on the pole. So everybody's going to get ready here. It's going to be an interesting race here at Talladega Super Speedway. You're going to have to really take care of your equipment here tonight. The cars may not handle exactly the way you want it to. And it's going to be interesting to see here with the draft package on these cars. You can't really push the way you can with the Cup car. You got to be a little more careful with the way you manage that as well. All right, 29 seconds remaining in qualifying. So we're going to get ready to look at your starting grid here in a moment. We get ready for our starting lineup here this evening. All right, the qualifying is over. It's time to grid here from Talladega Super Speedway. Now let's take a look at tonight's starting grid. All right. Taking a look here on the inside, you got Mr. Brooks there in that number 76 machine. Man, good qualifying lap for him. Nice job for Mr. Brooks. Outside of him, Mr. Charles there. Starting P2, good start for Charles. And we're going to go take a look at row number 3. Or number 2. On the inside, starting in a third, Bud Steele in that number 53 machine. Robert Richardson on the out. Richards out there in the 4th. Outside row 2. Starting inside row number 3, Brian Kaufman. On the outside is going to be Corey Lane there in the 999 machine. Starting inside row number 4, Ryan W. Daniels. Outside, you got Mr. Dave out there in that number 18 machine. Starting inside row number 5, Mr. David Booth, Donald Stewart on his outside. Starting inside row number 6, that is your points leader, James Ledford, in that number 48 machine. Outside of him, Mr. Kyle Hess. Inside row number 7, you're going to have Timothy P. Wright on the outside, Mr. Dwight. That's outside of row number 7. On the inside, row number 8, Michael Spell. On the outside, John Brill. Inside, row number 9, Dave Lane. Outside of him, Mr. Bob Cunningham in that number 21 machine. Inside, row 10, that's going to be Jimmy Cartu, who will not start this event. And outside, Mike Morris. Inside, row number 11, on the final starting position of the night, it's going to be Sean Hubbard in 21st. Alrighty, folks, there is your starting lineup for tonight, as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing. Alright, they work their way into turn number 1. We'll get ready to go racing here in one moment, only on Extreme Sim TV. Alright, as the field works their way down the back straightaway, we're going to get ready to turn them loose and get them going here in the season finale. Let's take a look at your track facts for tonight. Talladega Superspeedway, a 4-corner, 2.65 mile racetrack. They'll be going for 100 laps here tonight, or 267 miles. Track temp right now, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Air temp at 65. Wind out of the south at 2 miles an hour. And we're going to get ready to turn them loose as they work their way out of turn number 4. Alrighty, folks. Buckle your seatbelt as we're getting ready to go green flag racing from Talladega Super Speedway. Down through the trial they come. Taking a look here as they get ready to cross the stripe. Green flag is in the air. The season finale is underway from Talladega Super Speedway. Charles, good jump there for Charles. Good run there off at turn number 1 through turn 2. Now everybody will start to get a big run down the back straightaway. Brooks versus Charles down the back straightaway. They'll spread out 2 and 3 wide. Back through the pack they go. Now through a turn number 3 and 4, side by side for the race lead right now. As they head across the stripe for the first time. 1 out of 100 in the books. Oh, we have trouble back in the pack. Big issues. Charles Johnson involved. What in the world happened here? They headed into. Wow, just a bunch of. Oh my goodness. Looks like that car just come around with them. Take a look at it from another angle. Just come down and into. Wow. Somebody got free there, and that just set off the big one. Bunch of cars going around here 3 laps in. Wow. Look at Charles all torn up. Dwight Plesh, Dave Wayne, Bud Steele right now setting in P2. So early on in the first yellow of the evening, 3 laps complete out of 100 right now. Your leader is Mr. James Brooks there in that number 76 machine. Everybody will probably head to pit road this time by for fresh tires and fuel. Down at the front straightaway they will come. Lap number 4 will go up on the board. Four laps in the books. Again, we had a trouble there coming through 1 and 2. It's like a car getting loose on the high side, comes down the racetrack. Nowhere to go for a couple of guys getting caught up in that one. iRacing pace car now still with the lights on. They should get the one to go this time by. James Brooks has got to be loving the sight out of his front windshield. Nothing but the pace car, and that's exactly what you want to see. Looks like Daniel is maybe out of this one. And so may Dwight Plesh. They're not showing up on my scoring. Very odd there. There's Jade Bell with Dwight Plesh on, man. That car all torn up. He must have had to take a tow. That car all torn up. Jeez. And that's exactly what Ledford come in with the lead that he had, and now that lead could possibly be even bigger. Man. That car all torn up. All right, folks, we're going to get ready to go back. Green flag racing. James Brooks is the race leader right now as they work their way through for lap number 5 to go on the books. Lights appear to still be on the iRacing pace car. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Extreme SM TV. Green flag racing. Lights out on the iRacing pace car. One to go to back to green. And they should take the green here. Lap number 7. Alright. So we're getting it ready once again. Again, 6 laps out of 100 in the books already here tonight. Brooks, of course, jumping out front. He's going to have Bud Steele to his outside. Brian Kaufman, Dave back there in 4th. Robert Richards, Dave being scored 5th now. Now back to 4th. He will start 4th. Kyle Hess up to P at number 6. David Booth sitting in 7th. You got Corey Lane back here as well. Donald Stewart. Charles Johnson. Mr. Ledford back here in 17th. And just trying to coast it home to White, though unfortunately 2 laps down. So here we go, getting ready to go back green. A flag racing once again. Here we go down the straightaway one more time. Green, a flag is in the air. We're back underway from Talladega Super Speedway. James Brooks. Nice start, but look at Bud Steele to the outside now. Through turns 1 and 2. Bud Steele right there on that side pod. And Brooks will start to pull away. Now Mr. Kaufman will follow Brooks through. Bud's going to get trapped up in the outside lane. He'll drop back to 3rd. Here comes Kaufman to the outside. No run. That run's going to die out. Now 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Steele. Steele to the very outside of the racetrack. 3 wide. Steele in the very upper lane now. Bud Steele trying to get it done. Off a turn to number 4. Very close. Nearly contact for the race lead. Now through the trial with nearly 3 abreast for the lead. James Brooks hangs on for now. Looks like we had a car go around back in the pack. No yellow. We will stay green. 8 laps already in the books. They're going to get it wound back up. Down the back straightaway. Bud Steele looking for a pull here. Look at Brooks. Kaufman. All right there together now. 3 wide once again for the race lead. They're trying to figure out how to make these runs happen. Now still 3 abreast up front. 3 wide as they come across the stripe. Brooks will lead that lap. Kaufman, Steele. David, top 3 right now, trying to go at it. Down the back straightaway. Still 3 abreast. Now 3 cars under a blanket now. Brooks still hanging on to the race lead. Holy cow. Cars all over the racetrack right now. Back in 3rd, 4, 3, and 4 wide. Here comes a move to the outside lane. And it looks like that is a flag. black and orange machine. Try to get a feed Charles Johnson back there as well. Now, everybody gets a big run off of turn number 2. Still 3 abreast up front. Now we got a car way back in the back. He's going to drop below the yellow line now. He's going to get out of Dodge as we were 11 laps into this one. 11 out of 100 in the books. Brooks on the bottom side. He's got all kinds of room to hold on as he's got Kaufman to his outside. David right there as well. Steele's getting shuffled back just a little bit on the main highline. Still trying to hang on up there. Bud Steele now dropping out of that third lane. It looks like he can get a run, but it's trying to complete the pass. Again, you cannot push in these Indy cars. The front end just won't allow it. Brooks now just trying to hang on to the race lead for the time being. Looking back from the right rear of Brooks. With 13 out of 100 laps completed, we see a car clip the apron and get really loose right there. See Kaufman get a good run. Bud Steele, though, still trying to make that very outside lane work. Oh, we got a car on the apron right there behind them. Be careful. That blue machine dropping down. Got on the apron just a little bit. He'll start to fall back now. Bud up to P2. Bud still trying to get the run on the high side. He'll drop back to third now. He'll slot in behind Kaufman in that Wicks machine. Three abreast for the race lead right now. 3 cars under a blanket. Now the cars right behind them. They'll start to work their way in the line. Brooks still leads. Brooks trying just to hang on to that. Coming to lap number 15. Now 2x2 up front. Big run. We got trouble back in the pack. We see the car hit the outside wall. Try to get a look on what happened here. We seen a car dart to the outside. There we go. That is Mike in trouble. Wow, that car all torn up. Mike Morrison, he might actually have to tow. We'll take a look at what happened. Goes down the corner and just gets loose. We've seen that twice now. Car goes up and over. Wow. Nothing he could really do there. Just hang on to the ride. We're going to go on board with him. Wow. You see that car just, you see you're right in line. Nothing he can really do. Body doing a good job here. And that car just gets a little loose, and that's all it takes. And up and over he goes. Into the catch fence, yellow flag, back out once again. Wow, what a big incident there for Mr. Mike Morrison there in that 66 machine. He got it back to pit road, so he'll get his fast repair. Probably won't lose a lap here. May work out in his favor. He'll get off pit road before they get around to him. So he's able to stay on the lead lap, which lucky for him. John Brill, your first car 1 lap down. Then 2 laps down, it's going to be Dwight Flesh. And Donald right now has scored 5 laps down. Alright, yellow flag back on the raceway. So it looks like we'll get a restart here around the lap number 17 as the leaders are headed to pit road. That's going to be Mr. Brooks stopping in his box here. Good stop for Brooks, but he may have got beat off pit road. We're going to go back and take a look. Wow. That was. Let's go take a look at this in slow mo because we're talking. Alright, let's take a look at this race on pit road right here in slow mo. Right there is the yellow line, and I mean by inches, he's going to make it. Good. He gets a good start out of his box, and just. You can see here comes Kaufman up to him here. And yeah, I believe the yellow line scores it. It may be the white line, but it was so close to getting a pass on the pit road. All right, now that we're under yellow here, see if we can grab a word with Michael. Okay, let's clarify here. A word with Michael, who is the spokesperson for Mr. James Ledford.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Mr. Stale, you got a copy of me?
Yes, sir, I do. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, doing good. I've heard tell that you may be a spokesperson for somebody.
for James, yeah, I said I'd be his spokesperson since he doesn't have TeamSpeak.
Alrighty. Well, Mr. Spokesperson, your driver out there needs to hang on to that points lead. What do you think his plan is tonight?
I think just like normal, we usually run together and we just kind of ride in the back until everything settles down, and then kind of work our way to the front. But if I know him, he'll be working his way to the front.
Alrighty. Well, from what it looks like out there today, it looks like these cars are a little bit of a handful here at Talladega.
Yeah, they really are, and we've run this setup several times before. I don't know if they've had an update or something, but Jimmy was just talking about it. It's definitely not the same as it was before. They're hard to handle.
But that can also lead to really good racing. Maybe you can get up there, pressure that guy in front of you, cause him to make a mistake.
Yeah, I'm kind of being cautious right now. I used one of my fast repairs already on lap 5, I think. So I'm trying to save those last 2 till kind of towards the end. So I think I'll just ride here in the back and let it calm down a little bit.
Alrighty, man. Well, I just wanted to let you know while we're under yellow here that your driver, Mr. Ledford, he has a appearance that he needs to be at tomorrow at Bass Pro Shops. He needs to be there by like 10 a.m.
I will tell his manager about that. I just do his PR stuff.
Alrighty. Alrighty, man. We'll have a great race out there tonight, bud.
All right, man. Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
User was moved out of your channel.
Oh. All right, let's see if we go back green here. And no, we do. We may here. If we don't, we're gonna get a word in with somebody. Here, see if we can get some of this team speak deal figured out on the fly. Lights off on that iRacing pace car. We get ready to go back green. A flag racing once again. All right, we will go back green here. Lap at number 20 of 100. They roll down the back straightaway one more time. All right, as they work their way out of turn at number 4, we're going to go green once again. And as we wait on it here, Brooks will bring them down. Green, a flag is out. We're back underway here. 20 laps into this one from Talladega Super Speedway. Brooks again hard on the gas. He's going to try to pull away. Right to the back bumper now, 3 abreast. That second row trying to pull up to the back bumper of Brooks. Brooks is trying to hang on nice and steady. You see him right down around that yellow line. Steele and Kaufman right here trying to do something. Looks like they just get even. Now this might have enough momentum to at the stripe. Wow. Kaufman scored with the race lead at the stripe, I think, there for a split second. Steele drops back. Steele can't do nothing. Now they'll go to 3 wide once again. Everybody trying to figure this out. Again, this car a little on edge here tonight for these guys. Still a long way to go. Working their way down through the tri-oval area. Steele right there up front, trying to get it done along with Kaufman. They rocket their way down the back straightaway one more time. Here comes Steele on the bottom. Kyle Hess has got his way up involved in this as well. Hess, we've seen him all year. He is strong. If he can get out front, maybe lead a couple of laps. But look at Brooks just commanding the lead out there. 22 out of 100 laps complete. We got them running tight back there for the race lead. Back there around third, we got trouble. Looks like Timothy T. Wright may be involved. 2 cars up and over. Man, oh man. Timothy T. Wright getting in trouble coming. Wow. Timothy just unfortunate there. Got in trouble through the center of 1 and 2. Look right there. Maybe a little bit of a bump draft gone wrong in the IndyCar. Turned them around. Yellow flag flies once again. All right, Yellow, we're back on the racetrack one more time, and we're going to go see what they're going to do. If they'll come back down pit road, I really don't think they will. They've just come down. Timothy obviously is going to have to. That car all torn up. James Brooks with the race lead, and we'll see if we can get a word with Brooks right quick.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Mr. Brooks, you got a copy on me? See here.
Can you hear me, Matt?
Yeah, I got you, Mr. Brooks. You got me?
I do.
All righty, man. Well, you've had the race lead, and you've been able to hang on to it pretty well here so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. A lot of battling outside, but so far, not a lot of takers to get by.
All right. Well, is there any plan here to what you're going to have to do when it gets later and the runs get bigger and bigger and bigger?
I'm kind of hoping we can get green flag stops because then that'll help us be able to pass a little bit.
Yeah, it almost feels like the car behind you really can't do anything to get the run to get around you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because in practice, you could catch somebody if you got it at the right spot and then went on by.
All righty, man. Well, best of luck to you out there.
Thanks, man.
User was moved out of your channel.
We'll get ready to get going here in a moment. Here on Extreme SM TV. Sorry about the echo. I just reset the audio device for you guys to try to totally get rid of it. Hopefully that works. If not, we will figure that out on the fly here. I do apologize about that. Brand new parts. Got to get everything working the way we want it once again. Alrighty, folks. I'll be back with you here in a moment. right, as we're getting ready to go back, green flag racing here one more time. Again, you're enjoying the Crowsnest Indycar Series live here on Extreme Sim TV. We'll get ready to turn them loose here once again. All right, as they work their way down the back straightaway one more time. Expect to see the green and go in the air once again here in a moment. "27 out of 100 laps complete." All right, as they work their way around at turns 3 and 4, James Brooks up front, outside of him, Bud Steele on the inside second row. That's Kyle Hess and Mr. Dave on the outside at 27 of 100 in the books, and we're going to throw the green flag here one more time as they exit into the tri-oval. Green is in the air, 27 100 complete. Here we go again. Bud Steele on the outside. James Brooks on the bottom. Bud trying to get that good restart. He wants to drop down in front of him if he can. Not going to work. He's going to have to troll back in the line, try to get the pull down the back straightaway. Here they come, headed down the back straightaway once again. We got them thunder through, headed towards turns 3 and 4. Bud's got some help on that outside lane, and he might actually clear Mr. Brooks. Brooks don't have help right there with him. Here comes Bud to the outside. But he lost all of his help. Now they're going to be 3 wide as they head for the start-finish line. 3 abreast. Who's going to make it? Looks like Brooks, maybe by a nose. No, it's going to count. Bud Steele is your leader that time by. First official lead change of the night now. Brooks, though, able to power back on the inside of the racetrack. He needs more help to get behind him, does Mr. Steele. 3 wide into turn number 3. Three abreast out front now. Steele trying to close the gap, trying to get in front of Brooks. Steele can't do it. He's going to be trapped in behind him. He'll probably have to pull down, try to get another run. Steele now starting to drop back a little ways on that outside lane. See, he's got some help there out of that Monster Energy machine. But it's just not, I don't think, going to be enough to draw even through at turn number 4. Now, a side-by-side through turns 1 and 2. 31 and 100 complete. Oh, we got a car around hard. Timothy T. Wright on pit road. That was Mike Morris upside down. He's off the racing surface. He's going to have to get a tow. And that is going to kill his hopes of winning here today. No yellow for it. You see that car just step out on Mike. And see the exit turn at number 2. That car's just going to dart to the left. And nothing he could do. And what made it worse is he was off the racing surface. There go I. So therefore, iRacing was not going to throw a yellow. Wow. He will be on pit road after getting towed. And right now, Brooks still battling up front for the race lead. Still on the outside, still with Mr. Hess right there in tow. It's going to take a couple of cars really be able to work together on the high side to get that pass made. Now as we're 32 out of 100 laps complete here tonight from Talladega Superspeedway. Brooks doing a good job just commanding the race right now. Again, they haven't even reached halfway yet, so still a long way to go. Worked their way out of turn at number 4, headed back to the start-finish line once again. Brooks out front, trying to just hold them back, and we've seen it all night long. These guys get a run, and it's the same problem we've seen in the F1 series. Throw the parachute out of the back of the car, and the car slows down. You just can't complete the pass. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to leave you be. I'm going to let you have a little bit of Crank It Up here on Extreme Sound TV. All right, back with you. Still up front, still trying to get that position away from Brooks. John up there as well in that number 8 machine. He's actually on the pit road. We'll take a look here at Brooks in that 12 machine. Trying to hang on, but still right there on his back bumper. Kaufman right there as well. These couple of cars really battling it out right now. Again, just hard to get that pass on that high line. You get the momentum, then it dies out before you can fully complete the pass. These guys right now, your 2 leaders, about 24 laps on this tank of fuel. And yellow flag out on the speedway. Yellow is out on the speedway. Let's take a look at where the yellow may be. Was it Charles that went around? No, that would be Robert in trouble. What happened here on the apron? And maybe trying to come to pit road. And what happened there? Just got loose. Up and over. That car completely destroyed. Brings the yellow out. Thank goodness he's off the racing surfaces the pack went through. But that brought the yellow back out. Man, rough night for these guys. Brooks going to be scored as your leader. Man, oh man. Look at that. Mr. Brooks. Still right there in a P2. Alright, we're going to get ready to turn them loose here once again here in a moment. .41 out of 100 laps in the books. And yellow back out on the speedway with James Brooks as your race leader. Oh, a little bit of contact there on pit road. Looks like Steele and Kaufman got together. Oh, that was a little unfortunate. And we will go to pit road. Cars coming down to take 4 tires and fuel. See Brooks down here in his stall. Nice stop for him. He's going to probably get out with the race lead, having that number 1 stall. Indeed he does. Everybody will follow in behind him. And Brooks will be your leader coming off of pit road. Unfortunate for these guys. Alrighty, we'll get ready to turn them back loose here in a moment. 42 out of 100 in the books. Again, coming up tomorrow evening on Extreme Sim TV, we're going to have the Crowsnest 5 Indy 500. That one should be a good one come tomorrow night. And then, of course, here we will be off Sunday. But we'll be back with you on Monday for the Coke Crowsnest 300 at Charlotte in the Cup cars. So that also should be a good one. Everybody line up back up behind the pace car once again. We'll get ready to turn them back loose here in a moment. All right, they're working their way down the back straightaway once again. Again, under yellow after an incident. Still behind the eye, racing Ford Mustang pace car. We'll get ready to turn them loose one more time here in a moment. Again, your points leader, Mr. Ledford, doing a great job doing what he needs to do. As the Whites worked his way back up to 5th. Where is Mr. Ledford running here? Take a look. Right there in 9th position, Mr. Ledford. So again, exactly what he needs to do. To attempt to walk away with this championship here tonight. Came in with a 33-point lead. And with this performance right here, I'm thinking he may be in really good shape to walk away with this championship here tonight. Mike Morrison on pit road. Carl's right here trapped in 13th behind the pace car. He'll get waved around here. Put him back on the lead lap as we'll go green next time by. I mean, these cars have been a handful all night long. To watch Charles try to hurry up and get back around. Get caught up to the field once again. Coming up on the completion of 44, Bud Steele out there in P2 on that outside lane, and we've seen him try to complete that pass and get that lead away from Mr. Brooks. Bud been trying to do everything he can to get clear and just can't get that car completely clear of him. He's been up there with him, but he could not just close down and get down on the bottom side to take that spot away. We're going to get ready to go green, and I don't like the way it looks here. Pretty big gap there behind Bud. And we're going to go a green flag racing here in a moment. Bud's going to need some help. But that car is pretty far back. Now they'll start to tighten up. Look how tight that inside row is, man. Green's under the way, and Bud has no help on the outside lane. But he tried to get a good start. We'll see how it turns out through turn 1. Big run coming from behind him. And again, Bud, no luck for. Oh, look at that move. Holy, that was Kyle jumping up like that. What a move from Kyle Hess, and he's going to go for the race lead. He made a big move down the back straightaway. He's got Bud to his back bumper. But again, it's like you throw a parachute out behind the car, can't get clear. Bud's doing everything he can. 5 laps to halfway here. Bud's still doing everything he can, trying to get up there to the back bumper of Hess. Hess holding a nice steady line. Hess now right there to the back bumper. Can he do anything? Hess and Steele doing everything they can on the outside groove, working together. Can they get it done as they work their way through turn number 2? Hess and Steele still right there trying to do something on the outside lane. Nothing doing. Now he's going to try. Here comes Bud. Bud on the outside now is going to make it 3 wide. Don't think that's going to work as well as it may at the 1. Brooks will pull back ahead. 47 complete out of 100 here. Man, Brooks doing a great job hanging on the bottom of the racetrack. Hess trying to hang on. He's trying to get Bud back to that back bumper to give him a big push. Still nothing doing as they work their way down the end of turn 1 and 2 once again. And Hess doing everything he can. Look at Steele right there as well. A little bit of jostling back in the pack. $49 and 100 in the books. These guys still trying to come up with a plan to get by James Brooks, but man, James is just smooth as silk out front. Brooks leads the way, 50 out of 100 complete. He'll try to just run that bottom line. He's got some help right there with him. Scored right there in 4th right now. It's going to be Brian Kaufman down there on the low lane. Bud doing a good job running the very top side of the racetrack. Everybody being nice and smooth right now. Nobody making any crazy moves. And we got trouble behind them. What in the world? Kaufman involved. We just took a look at him. And as they come up, they just, wow. Oh, just a little too close together, and that just sucked them in. Yellow out, Kaufman involved. And man, Corey Lane went for a wild ride. They just got a little too close. And we'll go on board with Corey here in a moment. Alright, taking a look here from Corey Lane's point of view as they come down into the front straightaway. Oh, yep, just nothing Corey could do. Up and over and into the catch fence. Wow. Very, very unfortunate for Corey. And we'll see if we can grab Mr. Kyle Hess down here in a moment. Oh my goodness. Big, big incident there. Alright, let's see if we can get a word with Mr. Hess here in just a second.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey Kyle, you got a copy on me?
Yes, sir, I do. How are you tonight?
I'm hanging in there, buddy. Holy cow, what a race we're seeing out there.
Yeah, man, my knuckles are starting to hurt, man. This car is really loose, especially on entry and corner. And being 3 wide makes the knuckles get a little bit tighter.
Alright, well, we seen you made a big move down the back straightaway, man. Talk to me about that move that you made.
Say that again, but I had all kinds of different things going on in my ear, and I couldn't hear what you said. Can you
Oh,
repeat what you said?
that's fine, man. Man, you made a set of amazing moves down the back straightaway there a few laps ago.
Man, I appreciate it. It's all about getting a draft and using the momentum in this draft to get what you can get. Right now, Mr. Brooks here has got the bottom line, which is it's going to be hard to beat him if you can't get him off the bottom.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same problem in these cars that we've had in the F1 car all season on the oval. Is you get in behind them, you get the run, but once you get up beside them, there's nothing you can do.
You kind of stall out, but it's also the radius of the turn too. Like I said, James, he'll have, or Jim, he'll have the preferred line of being at the bottom, which is the shortest way around. And you can kind of bump draft in these, but with the way that the setup's so loose, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it looks like y'all are fighting a really loose race car all night tonight. It's been a crazy race, to be honest.
Man, 10-4 it has.
Like, he's talking about your knuckles being sore. Well, what do you think? You got to run 500 miles tomorrow night.
I don't think they'll be as tight tomorrow because we're not running as 3 wide at Talladega.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll holler at you at the end of this one.
10-4, man. Enjoy the race, and I appreciate the interview.
No problem, buddy. We'll see you at the end of it.
10-4.
User was moved out of your channel.
There you go, Mr. Hess. Man, he's made some really good moves throughout the evening. Kind of unfortunate you can't get the run that you need to complete the pass. Everybody's saying that he's gonna have to get that car up off the bottom of the racetrack. $52 out of 100 complete. Across the stripe, we'll see if we'll go back green at flag racing next time by. Doesn't look like they're going to go double file here. The lots are still on the iRacing pace car. While we got this little break in the racing action, I would like to mention that I'm happy to be back in the booth tonight. Of course, this time last week ran into kind of a problem with PC. It was in the shop, couldn't make it last week, so glad to be back this week. Back to this great racing action that the Crowsnest always puts on. Light's still on the iRacing pace car. So we'll go green around lap 55 here as we're past the halfway mark now of this 100 lap race, 266 miles. Again, they're going to go 500 miles tomorrow night at Indianapolis. $53 of 100 complete, and I'll be right back with you for the restart in a moment. back because the lights will go off on the iRacing pace car. We'll get ready to turn them back loose here. 55 or 100 laps in the books. Alright, lights back off on that iRacing Ford Mustang pace car. They work their way down the back straightaway. On the inside, the front row, James Brooks. Outside, it's going to be Kyle Hess. Bud Steele, third, Sean. Fourth, Brian Kaufman. Fifth, Dwight Plesh. Sixth, Michael Spell. Seventh, David. Eighth. And that'll be your top 8 here. Back there in ninth, Mr. Lane. 10th, that is your points leader, James Ledford. Lights are out once again. And a green flag's going to go in the air one more time. Brooks on the loud pedal. Mr. Hess on the outside. Hess trying to drop down the line. Can't do it. He's going to get freight train back. Here comes Bud Steele working that bottom line. He's got a little bit of a run here as they head towards the back straightaway. We'll see how it turns out. They dive down the back straightaway. Hess right there, right to the back bumper of Bud. Dude, they tried to bump draft this outside lane through. Very tight. We got trouble. Multiple cars around. Holy cow. There goes your leader, James Brooks. Kyle Hess upside down. The pack is flying apart. What in the world just happened as they headed down the back straightaway? Let's see, Bud's up there alongside. Oh, they tried to bump draft it. They tried, and it just went really long, really quick. Brooks gets caught up in it. Bud's still upside down. Multiple cars wrecking. The big one here at Talladega Super Speedway. Go back and take one more look at it from our view. And we'll take a look right here. See that bump right there. Yeah, that bump right there. And that's just gonna, there it goes. And but nothing Bud could do there. We'll go back. Man, it's crazy. You see the bump coming. Right here goes the bump, and it's just gonna get really, really tight here. And looks like that just got his car out of shape. A little contact. There goes Bud up and around. Brooks around. Couple of more cars piling in. Bud goes up over another car. It's just a crazy incident. Spell may have made it through. Look at Hess driving underneath Bud's car up into the outside wall. Yellow flag back on the speedway. Holy moly. Looks like just an incident where attempted bump draft where it went really wrong really quick. Couple of cars, you see Hess backing up. Now, who's going to come out of this with the lead as of now is going to be Spell. And I kind of feel bad for Brooks, too, because he led most all night long, and there's nothing he could do. All right, everybody will get back in the line. See if we can get a word in with somebody here while we're under yellow.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, bud, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy on me?
Yeah, Matt.
Well, it looks like going down the back straightaway there, maybe a little bump drafting just went wrong there in a hurry.
No, it wasn't a bump draft. It was hit.
Yeah, it looked like behind you there's Hess got up to you. It may have gotten the back, but your back there. I couldn't really tell. He got close. Then he gets loose, gets into another car. Brooks, that throws Brooks up into you. It was just a mess down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and it was going so well. It's one of them things, I guess.
All righty, man. Well, what's the plan to get that machine back up front?
Well, I got to try to get back on the lead lap here, it looks like. So we'll see what happens.
All righty, man. Well, the best of luck to you, bud.
Thanks, Matthew. Appreciate it.
User was
All
moved out
right,
of
that
your
was
channel.
a Bud Steele driver of that number. Wow, that Pink Floyd machine getting all torn up there in that one. So we'll get ready to rack them back up and go once again, Bud. One lap down. Good part is, it looks like he's the first car one lap down. There are only 9 cars on the lead lap. Kyle Hess still on the lead lap. Fell up in front of this thing in that blue and black machine. We'll get ready to turn them loose here one more time. Should be around 40 or so laps to go when we go back green at flag racing. And I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. It is Matt with Extreme Sim TV. Alrighty, folks, I'm back up in the booth with you, Brian Kaufman. Out front trying to hang on. He's going to have Mr. David right there with him. David Booth, Kyle Hess. 3 wide right now for the race lead. 66 out of 100 laps complete here tonight. Working a lap at number 66. Look, almost contact up there. 3 wide out front. Oh no! Car gets turned out of the pack. That's Kyle Hess getting turned. Dave Lane goes with, or Corey Lane goes with him. Both those cars onto the apron. No, that's not going to bring out a yellow. Where you can't steer the car. Brian Kaufman takes over the race lead now. Here they come out of turn at number 2, 3 wide. Up front, Brian leads the way. He's going to have David right there with him. Sean James Brooks has worked his way back up to P4. Your points leader, Mr. Ledford, right there in 8th. As they work their way around through the area of the crash the last time through. Down the back straightaway one more time. Brian out front leading the way. A little bit of movement right there behind him. You're going to have Mr. David and Mr. Sean right there, second and third, going at it. 68 of 100 laps in the books. Back on lap 12, Timothy T. Wright with the fastest lap time of the race with a 40.6. But right now, Brian Kaufman is trying to hang on to the race lead. He's got all kinds of pressure up there. Bud Steele has worked his way back up along the side of Sean. Lap number 69 going to be put in the books this time by. Show the lead going to Bud, or Mr. Brian Bud on the outside trying to get something done. James Brooks as well. Now Bud is trapped one lap down, but you see him up there on the outside, desperately trying to get that lap back. Now, it looks like he is the first car one lap down as well. So that is great for him. If there is another yellow, he will get that lap back. As they roar through the front straightaway now, 30 laps remaining, 30 laps to go from Talladega Super Speedway. Bud still on the high line, still trying to get that lap back. Man, oh man, tight racing up there on the outside groove. Bud really pushing the issue, trying to get by, get to the lead lap. $71 of 100 laps in the books. $72 laps now. On the board. Can Brian hang on to the bottom? Ledford, your points leader. Back there still around the 8th position. Dwight Plesh in 7th. But that's not going to make up the points gap. With less than 30 laps to go in the season. Ledford in really, really good shape right now. Right now, Brian hugging the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to have David, Sean, Brooks. All of those guys right there with him. Now, we seen earlier on Brooks hold the bottom, was able to hold everybody at bay. See if we get a repeat here with Brian on the bottom of the racetrack. What in the world was that? Was that Mr. Bud Steele in trouble? Bud Steele involved. Holy cow. Yellow out on the racetrack, 74 complete, and Bud up and over. Man, oh man. No luck for Bud in that Pink Floyd machine. What in the world just happened? Well, we'll take a look at it here from our chopper cam. Just the contact. Multiple cars in trouble. Poor Bud. Not able to catch a break, up and over. yellow flag on the racetrack once again, 75 laps. We'll go back green flag racing with less than 20 to go. Take a look here as that front wing just nearly gets to Bud. And around he goes, nothing Bud could do. Brooks in trouble. Man, oh man. Oh, look at that car pirouetting through the air. Holy cow. Alright, we have trouble over on the back straightaway once again. $75 out of 100 in the books and trouble on the back straightaway. Now, what do? You're getting into that 25 to go mark. Yellow out on the racetrack once again. All right, so 76 out of 100 complete. And we're going to get ready to go back green flag racing in a moment. All right, as we got 77 laps complete right now, Brian Kaufman out front, trying to hang on to get the race win here tonight. By the time we go green, we'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 laps to go. 20 to go here from Talladega Super Speedway.
User joined your channel.
All right. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here in a moment. "78 out of 100 complete here on the front row. You're going to have Brian Kaufman, Mr. Sean, and James Ledford, Dwight Plesh, James Brooks. That's going to be your top five. Starting back there in sixth, of course, Michael Spell. And John 7th, 8th, Kyle Hess, and 9th, David, and back in 10th, 2 laps down, is Bud Steele. 7 cars, well, now 6 cars on the lead lap as they cycle their way through. Brian Kaufman will lead them down the green here. Boy, if he can keep that car pinned to the bottom of the racetrack, he'll be in good shape. I don't think anybody's going to get a run on that high side here tonight. We've not seen it work all night long. You get up there, you pull a parachute out, you can't get through. It's going to take, and we've seen the bump draft attempted earlier, ended in a mess back there. So I just don't see any way to get that outside the roll. But I may be wrong. Well, these guys might be able to figure it out. But with only 6 cars on the lead lap, you don't have much to lose at all by trying. So go out there and give it your best shot. Alrighty. Out to turn number 4, the iRacing pace car ahead down pit road. Getting ready to go at green flag racing one more time. Here we go through the tri-oval. Look for the green flag to wave. And the green's in the air. 79 will go on the board. We're back underway. Ryan will get a good start there. James Brooks up there as well. Trying to get something done in that 5th position. Look at this Dyson back here around 5th. That's Brooks to White back there. Getting to the bottom of the racetrack. Nice move by Mr. Brooks. The White's going to drop back a few positions. Meanwhile, up front, Kaufman on the bottom. Sean on the outside trying to get it done. Here comes Ledford, your points leader. Where did he come from? And they're wrecking behind them. Multiple cars involved there in the start of the tri-oval. We're still green. Green flag still flies, no yellow. James Ledford now up to 3rd, looking for 2nd. James and Sean, here they go, down the back straightaway. Can they get a run on Brian up in front of them as we're going to be headed towards 20 laps to go for the Crowsnest Indycar Series for Talladega in the season ender. Season number 1, James Ledford come into the night with a 33-point lead, and right now he's up in P2. He'll jump to the highway now. Looking for a way around Brian Kaufman, nowhere for him to go. He'll look for a bump now. Trying to get a shove through. He's got Sean up there with him. James Brooks on the bottom of the racetrack going to go with Brian. 20 laps to go. That's all there is left to get her done here tonight. Brian Kaufman on the bottom of the racetrack trying to guard the inside line. Nowhere for anybody to go. Brian now doing everything he can to hold the bottom of the racetrack. Nothing doing. The push coming from about 2 cars back. Here it comes to Brooks trying to get it done. We've seen Brooks lead a lot of laps early. Ledford stuck on the outside groove, nowhere for him to go. Now with these 4 or 5 cars on the lead lap, Dwight Plesh back there ending up in 6th. The last car on the lead lap, he's just a few feet back. Maybe trying to find a way to get a big run up to that front 5. Meanwhile, on the bottom of the racetrack, Brian just hanging in there, running right around that yellow line. Those left side tires glued to that yellow line right now. Here we go. Through 1 and 2. Hoffman just holding her right to the bottom of the racetrack. Brooks trying to get a run now, 3 wide per second. Going to be Brooks, Ledford, Sean. That's your 3 wide per second right now. Nowhere for anybody to go. Now they'll start to pull back up on the outside of Mr. Kaufman. Kaufman just holding the bottom. He'll come out of turn at number 4. He'll see 17 to go. 17 laps to go this time by. And it's going to be Kaufman out front. Can he hang on to end it here at Talladega Super Speedway? Or can Brooks or Ledford get up there and steal it back away from him? 17 more laps to go. They're trying to figure it out. Down the back straightaway. Look at those cars dart around. We've heard drivers complain all night long that the cars are loose and hard to handle. And now they're pushing it to the very edge to try to hang on to it to get that race win. Now, back on the front straightaway one more time. Ledford, everything he can do to try to get the win. He's got the championship as long as he finishes where he's at. Now he's just trying to go up there and get a race win out of it with 16 laps to go. 16 more to go. Talladega Super Speedway coming down to it here. On the bottom lane, here comes Mr. Kaufman trying just to hold the bottom left side right on that yellow line. Never moving up the racetrack at all. Looking back out the back of Mr. Brian Kaufman. 2 lanes of traffic headed his way. He's just holding it to the bottom and keeping it forward. And he'll come through and he'll see 15 to go this time by. More times around Talladega Super Speedway. Down the back straightaway, both lines of traffic, 2 wide behind him. He is in firm command of the race lead right now. Can anyone mount a challenge? They're going to have to get up to him if they can. Look for that big run coming 3 to 4 cars back now. The White Plesh still back there, right around that 6th position, trying to get the run. Kaufman though leading the way. Kaufman just kind of biding his time, keeping that car around the bottom of the racetrack, not moving up at all. Good move by Brian. And if I'm Brian, I just keep that car pinned because it looks like as long as he does so, he's okay. He's got a little bit of a momentum boost through the outside lane, but it's not going to be enough to get it done here this evening. Coming to 13 to go. I don't know that outside can do much right now. You see him trying to back off, trying to pull up get a run and a momentum pulled up, but it's not working for him. We're getting ready to see the final 10 laps here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Down the back straightaway. Now they'll draw even. Look at the run that Brooks got. And he's going to clear him. Nice move by Brooks. We'll go back and take a look at it one more time. Out of turn number 2. Take a look here. Here comes Brian off of turn number 2. And just that amazing run. Wow. What a great job. Look at it in full speed here. Off of turn 2, we'll see the pass for the lead coming up. Watch this. Good run from Brooks. Brooks gets a huge run, and that's what we've been looking for all night long, and he pulled it off to perfection. And he'll jump down and grab the race lead. Now, Brooks trying to hang on. We seen him hold on early on. These guys probably right in behind him trying to figure out how in the world did Brooks get the momentum to pull that off. Now Brian stuck back in third. We got trouble back behind them. Ledford around. And back up on the racetrack. That's going to bring the yellow out with 11 laps to go. Brooks will be your race leader at the time of caution here. All right, keep in mind, we'll see 10 laps to go this time by. So that means by the time we go back green flag racing, we're going to be around 5 laps remaining. So not much time for these guys to figure it out once they get back green flag. Man, oh man. What a move Brooks made down the back straightaway to make that pass. That was very, very, very impressive. All right. Still trying to catch up to the iRacing pace car. All right. So everybody's going to get themselves settled in here, and we'll be right back on Extremist Helmet TV.
User disconnected from your channel. User joined your channel.
Alrighty, folks, we're getting ready to get down to it here. They'll come through to see 7 laps to go, and I anticipate maybe the lights going off on the iRacing pace car this time by. We'll take a look and see. Again, up front right now, James Brooks. What a race he has had here so far tonight. He led the majority of the race early. Now he's back up there. He sees the lights go off on the iRacing pace car. That means there'll be 6 laps to go when we go green at flag racing. Again, with iRacing, if the yellow comes out with under 5 laps to go, that will be the race. So Brooks, he's just got to hold the bottom of the racetrack is all he really needs to do right now and hope that nobody can get that run on the outside lane. If I'm him, that's literally all I'm focused on. Here we go. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing one more time. 7 laps to go. Brooks, Michael. Michael Spell on the high side, Brooks on the bottom. Brian Kaufman starts the third. Starting fourth, that's going to be Sean. Alright, as we're getting ready to see the green flag go in the air one more time. Out of turn number 4. iRacing pace car dives down pit road. We'll see 6 to go. And the green flag will wave once again.
Green flag, green flag.
Green in the air, 6 laps to go now. Look at the jump there, Brooks Scott. He's got some help. That's Brian Kaufman right there with him to check that outside line as it moves forward. Spale trying to get in front of him, couldn't do it. Brian may switch lanes here momentarily. Brian right there for the time being. He's going to be on the back bumper of Brooks. Brooks trying to inch away from Spale. Look at the white up there in the STP car. He's back in the hunt. James Ledford right there in 6 cars under a blanket as they head into the trioval now. 5 laps to go, 5 more times around Talladega Super Speedway. Ledford out front, or coming through the pack, trying to get out front, should I say. As he works his way up into P5 right now. He's inching his way up through there. Here to come down the back straightaway. Bud Steele right there as well, but unfortunately Bud trapped 3 laps down. He'll jump to the outside line. Now coming to 4 laps to go. Brooks with that car painted around the yellow line on the bottom of the racetrack, and they're trouble behind them. That's the white, and yellow's out, and that's going to end it here. As the white goes around off the bumper, and around he goes, a yellow flag in the air, and that's going to be the race. Go back and take a look at what happened to the white as they exited turn in number 4. Oh, just a bump going wrong. And oh, who is that getting ramped up and over him? Man. Oh, man, that is Dave Lane that went for a wild ride. Get on board with Dave Lane. Let's say what a wild ride there for Dave Lane as he goes up and over. Dave's car all torn up as he circles around here. But right now, your leader is Mr. James Brooks, and it should end under yellow. Don't think they're going to get this one back under green. We're going to take a look at our race facts here in a moment. Take a look at our race stats here. Fastest lap of the race, 40.638, 235 miles per hour. Timothy T. Wright scored as your fastest driver with a 9 yellows for a total of 34 laps and 8 lead changes on the evening. All right, as they circle around the iRacing pace car, we'll get ready for our post-race celebration here in a moment. James Brooks, what a run he has held together here tonight. Just an amazing performance, and that pass on the back straightaway was phenomenal. He got the run, made the pass work, and it's going to lead him to victory here tonight. Again, tomorrow night, the Crowsnest Indycar Series is going to host their Indy 500, so come check that out tomorrow evening. Of course, this series will be back here in a couple of weeks, where it's season 2 coming up in just a few weeks. And we're going to come around and see 2 laps to go. Lap still on the iRacing pace car right now. Circling around here, looking at 2 to go, and these guys have drove so hard tonight. And for it to end under yellow kind of sucks, but I'm sure these guys are wore out, and they've been fighting these cars all night long. And that one heck of a show they have put on. All right, 2 laps remaining. As they circle around behind the iRacing pace car, they'll see the white and yellow flag fly this time by. And I tell you what, Brooks, man, I'm still impressed with the move that he made to get back to the race lead. Did an amazing job. Great job by him. All right, so we're going to get ready. Talk to him here in a moment. as they circle around through turn number 4. James Brooks will see the white flag come out over that iRacing pace car, signifying one more time around for Mr. James Brooks. Michael Stale up there, good run for him. Just a great run for a lot of people here tonight. All right, one more lap to go. Final lap, white flag in the air. They'll continue at pace speed behind the iRacing pace car. And we will get ready or a pre-race or post-race ceremonies here in a moment. All right, down at the back straightaway. Everybody nice, a slow speed right now. Man, oh man. It's a crazy night as they work their way through turn number 3. Getting ready to head out of turn 4. James Brooks will see that checkered flag wave. Nice job here tonight. Mr. James Brooks going to walk away with the season finale win. And not to overshadow it, but right there, right in behind him, back here in P5 in that number 48 machine, it's going to be James Ledford, and he's going to walk away your season 1 Crowsnest Indycar Series champion, crowned here live on Extreme Sim TV as they go through the tri-oval headed for the start-finish line. Checkered flag in the air. James Brooks is going to win it, and James Ledford is going to walk away with the championship. Great job to both of them. Mr. Brooks walking away with the win, and Mr. Ledford walking away with the championship. Great job. See if we can get some of the personalities up here in the booth. Great job to Mr. Ledford. Taking a look there at your champion for season 1, Mr. James Ledford. All right, folks, I'll be right back with you and get some of your post race interviews.
User was moved to your channel.
All righty, Mr. Brooks, you got a copy on me?
I sure do.
All righty, man, you walked away with the win here tonight. Got that car back to the lead on the back straightaway.
User left your channel.
Held on to it from there. What a good job you did here tonight, buddy.
Thanks, I really appreciate that. Yeah, it was a, a little bit of effort, but it was a lot of fun.
All righty, man. Well, you got it back up there. You got that outside line to move. And that was really the only move all night that I've seen work on the high side like that.
Yeah, I needed a moment there, and James, he kind of dropped back on the outside and gave me the spot, and so I could use the draft. And we had done that in practice where if you could, going into the straightaway, if you could go ahead and slip out with a little bit of a draft, that you could get in front of them at the very end. And I barely made it. It was just right.
All righty, man. Well, great job on the race win here tonight.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for covering.
No problem, man. All righty, let's see.
User was moved out of your
We're going to
channel.
grab Michael Spell and see if he can hear us.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. Spell, you got a copy on me? Looks like Mr. Spell had to step away a moment. We'll see if we can grab a third.
User was moved out of your channel.
See, right fast. Mr. Kaufman. Doesn't like Mr. Kaufman's in here. Spell has got his mic muted. We're going to grab... Oh, Spell's thing come on in a second. We're going to grab Mr. Bud Steele for a second.
User was moved to your channel.
All right, Mr. Steele. Not exactly the way you wanted to end the championship race here, but good run nevertheless.
I'm just going back watching a couple of these mishaps by some of these guys. That's just my luck. That's the way it goes.
Well, the good thing is you got another season coming up here in just a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Should be, guys should be more familiar with these cars and know how to drive them a little bit better.
All righty, man. Well, best of luck to you next season, man.
Thanks, Matthew. We'll see you around, partner.
No problem. Have a good one, bud.
User
right,
was
let's-
moved out of your
Let's see
channel.
if we can grab Spell now.
User was moved to
Hey,
your
Mr.
channel.
Spell, you got a copy on me?
I do, sir. How are you?
All righty. Well, first and foremost, you got the car up to P2. Great job.
Yeah, that race, that was a lot of fun. I wish we could have finished under green. I don't know if I could have got around James or not. It's just, as I told James there at the end, it's he had the advantage of the track's a little bit shorter on the inside lane.
Yeah, it definitely was, man. Well, it was one heck of a show, nevertheless.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. These cars were a handful tonight.
You did a great job. Well, for the second part of the interview, as a spokesperson, well, we got a champion here, and he did such a great job all night, Mr. Ledford, hanging on, grabbing the championship.
Yeah, I mean he's just incredible. I mean, winning 2 out of the 3 series, and he doesn't run in the third one. So he said he's going to run some NASCAR next year with us. So, yeah, he did a great job all year. He's just consistent.
Yeah, and that's what it takes a lot of the times.
Yeah, you just gotta be consistently in that top 4 or 5, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, it paid off for him in the end, and he did a great job doing it all season long. And not only that, like tonight, but as hard as these cars were to drive, he really didn't get into much trouble.
No, I believe he was saying there on that last run that he still had all 3 of his quick repairs left.
Well, great job. Well, what are you looking forward to about next season, man?
I've got to figure out what series I'm going to run because I don't know if I can run all of them. But I think it's just going to be a continuation of this show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great drivers, and we've all come a long way since the beginning of this year. A lot of us were new to these Indy cars, so we've come a long way and figured them out and gotten a lot better with them.
Yeah, speaking of that, next season, it's going to be packed here on the channel. We got the super late models, we got the IR18s, the Cup car, the Pro trucks. It's going to be a busy season.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably end up trying to run all of them, but I'll probably have to weed out a few of them. I don't know. That's going to be a lot of fun though.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on P2 here tonight.
All right, thank you for everything this year, and I want to thank Jimmy for all he does. I know it's a lot of work for him to put all this on, so I appreciate everything he does.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
All right, man. Have a good night.
User was moved out of your channel.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations to Brian there getting third. I do not see him in TeamSpeak. So we're going to go ahead and run down your unofficial race results. Of course, your winner going tonight to Mr. Brooks. Bell second, Kaufman third, Hubbard fourth, Hess coming home fifth, sixth, Ledford Plesh seventh, Lane eighth, Steele ninth, Burrell 10th, 11th, Lane, Mr. Corey there, Charles Johnson there 13th, Richard there, or Mr. Richardson 14th, 15th on back. Here they are, Morrison right,